Have you ever felt an invisible hand guiding you through life's maze? That strange feeling when help arrives exactly when you need it most, as if something's watching over you? Maybe you sense it in prayer, in deep meditation, or in those eerie coincidences that feel too perfect to ignore. Or maybe you dismiss it all as wishful thinking. After all, we're all just trying to make sense of this chaotic world, right? But here's the thing. What if you were never meant to figure it all out by yourself? What if those moments when everything mysteriously aligns aren't random at all? What if they're gentle reminders that you're not walking this path alone? Whether you call it God, the universe, or simply a deeper order of things, imagine living each moment knowing that a higher power is right here with you, supporting every step. So, is this just a comforting thought to tell ourselves? Or is there something real behind it? Let's explore two concepts closely related to this subject: spiritual interconnectedness and synchronicity. Spiritual interconnectedness, as explored in ancient philosophies like the Vedic traditions, suggests that a single field of force gives rise to both spiritual and physical manifestations, emphasizing that the universe is fundamentally unified rather than purely material. This perspective aligns with the concept of a unitive state, where the universe is seen as a seamless whole rather than a collection of separate, independent parts. In this view, past, present, and future merge into a single, unified experience, revealing that everything is happening simultaneously within one interconnected field of existence. Consider how, in moments of deep reflection or meditation, time seems to blur. You might feel a connection to something vast and eternal, where the boundaries of past and future dissolve, leaving only the present moment, rich with meaning. This isn't just poetic language. Many spiritual traditions describe this state as a glimpse into the true nature of reality, where everything is interwoven beyond our ordinary perception. Mystical traditions within the Abrahamic religions have long echoed this idea of interconnectedness. In Sufism, the mystical branch of Islam, the concept of wahadat al-wujud, or the unity of being, suggests that all existence is an expression of the divine reality. Sufi thinkers like Ibn Arabi described creation as a reflection of God, emphasizing that the seen and unseen worlds are not separate but different manifestations of the same source. To the Sufi mystic, life itself is a journey of unveiling this truth, where recognizing the interconnected nature of all things brings one closer to the divine. Similarly, Kabbalah, the mystical tradition of Judaism, teaches that the universe originates from Ein Sof, the infinite divine presence that flows into all creation. The Sephirot, or 10 attributes of God, represent different aspects of this energy, forming a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Kabbalists believe that by understanding these divine patterns, we can recognize the sacred unity within all existence. A similar concept, often referred to as the unity of nature, was also explored by ancient Taoist philosophers like Lao Tzu and Chuang Tzu, who proposed that the same living reality expresses itself in both the psychic and physical worlds. Lao Tzu described this reality as formless yet complete, an infinite, all-encompassing source of existence that transcends space and time. This pre-existent reality is not bound by any particular form or limitation, but is instead the origin of all forms, pointing to a deeper, underlying unity within all things. If reality is indeed woven together in ways we can't always see, then maybe some coincidences aren't just random. They might be glimpses of a deeper connection between mind and matter. Imagine your thoughts, emotions, and intuitions as small threads in a larger pattern. Every now and then, these threads align with external events in ways that feel too precise to ignore. It's as if the universe is whispering, "Pay attention. There's meaning here." Swiss psychologist Carl Jung believed that psychological energy exists on a spectrum, stretching from unconscious archetypes to real-world events, meaning our inner thoughts, dreams, and intuitions aren't separate from the physical world, but two sides of the same coin. Think of it like the ocean. On the surface, you see individual waves rising and falling, each distinct. But dive deeper, and you realize it's all part of the same vast body of water. Our inner experiences and external events are like those waves, unique on the surface, but connected at the depth. If this connection is real, then those eerie moments when life perfectly mirrors what's happening inside us, those moments of synchronicity, might not be coincidences at all, but signs of a hidden order at work. Not loud proclamations, but soft echoes guiding us back to something we've always known deep down. That's exactly what Carl Jung set out to explore when he introduced the concept of synchronicity, the idea that events can be meaningfully connected, even when there's no obvious cause linking them. You've probably felt it yourself, that strange moment when you think of someone you haven't spoken to in years and suddenly they call. Or when the exact book, message, or opportunity you needed appears at just the right time, as if the universe placed it in your path. These experiences make us stop and wonder, stirring something deep inside us and challenging the idea that life is just a series of random events. Jung developed this concept of synchronicity in the early 20th century as a way to explain experiences that didn't fit within conventional scientific frameworks, hinting at a deeper order beneath the surface of reality. His understanding of synchronicity was shaped not only by his work with patients, who often reported these uncanny coincidences, but also by his own personal experiences. One of the most famous examples occurred during a session with a patient who described a dream about a golden scarab beetle, a symbol of transformation in many cultures. As she spoke, a real scarab beetle tapped against Jung's window, as if reality itself had responded. This moment left a lasting impression on Jung. It felt as though the universe was participating in the conversation. Later, his collaboration with physicist Wolfgang Pauli pushed the idea even further, exploring possible links between psychology and quantum mechanics, where science itself suggests that reality is far more interconnected than we once believed. But is there any real scientific evidence to support this idea? Are synchronicity and interconnectedness just compelling stories, or can they be studied in a way that goes beyond personal experience? In the next video, we'll explore what research has to say. Because while it's important to stay open to possibilities, it's just as important to question, investigate, and think critically. Let's continue the conversation.